If you've already bought the Worship Collection, the original one that came out in 2020, thank you so much for doing that. And we've provided a really simple, fast way to upgrade to the Worship Collection 2. And I'm going to just walk you through real fast how to do that. Okay, so I'm assuming if you already have this installed, you probably know a lot of this, but I'll go over it again. You'll want to have your USB plugged into the back of your Nord Stage 3. You're also going to have to make sure that you're on version 2.62 or higher. And the original came in 2.54. I think that was what the first collection was, so you'll definitely need to update. There's a guide on how to do it, but you could also just go to, I think it's at nordkeyboards.com. There's a hot link inside of the manual, so just check that. Now that we've done that, and I'm also assuming that you have the Nord Sound Manager installed. If you haven't, again, there's a hot link in the manual, and then you should have gotten a file that looks like this when you purchased the product. To install this, you would just double tap it. It'll open really fast because it's a small file. Again, we're only installing 3 megabytes of samples here. You'll tap it again, and then you're going to have 3 different things here. You're going to have patches, which are all new, sample library, there's just 2 little samples in here, and then synth presets. And there's 169 of these. So to install this, it's incredibly easy. We open up the Nord Stage on the Nord Sound Manager. We're going to go to Sample Library. I'm going to come over here to my sample library that I downloaded. Hit Command A to select them both. And then I'm going to come over here, scroll all the way to the bottom, and I just drag and drop them in. And you should have room. Again, you only need 3 megabytes in order to do this. Yeah, so that's the first. Second, program. So the original version came with 100 presets. We doubled that to 200 presets. So you're going to need to have space in bank I, J, K, and L. And so I would just move anything that you have in those 4 banks out of the way, and then I would delete everything, all of the original presets, because we didn't delete any of the original presets. We just updated every single thing. So they should all sound exactly how you're used to having them sound, with just all the upgrades included. So you'll delete everything once you've saved all your original and modified stuff in all these banks. And then all you have to do is go to Patches, go to Banks, and then there are 8 banks of presets, and you just drag them and drop them into the banks that you want. And you can do that by, again, hit there, hit Command A, grab them, and then just drag them into an empty bank, and they'll all load up. Now, the thing that we did not include in version 1 was synth presets. Synth presets, I'm going to show you in just a second, but they live here in this little tab right here. And these are really cool because what you can do is, like, let's say I'm playing here, I have my preset here. On my right, I have a little thing that says WC, Worship Collection, Mellow String 3. What that means is I can then switch through various presets, and all of these things change within each patch. And that's confusing, but what that allows me to do, for instance, is, like, maybe I don't want a mellow sound here. I can hold down Shift and then go to list mode here by just moving this. And then I can go to category, and I'm going to go all the way over here to my synth pads, maybe, and then I can scroll through all of these synth pads, which are in alphabetical order. So now maybe I've got, like, this big pad that I want to use, and I'll save that right here, hit exit when I'm done, and I can do all my modifications here, and I didn't change anything else on the entire board, which is so nice. And I can do this, of course, on panel A and panel B. But in order to do this, you're going to need to have synth presets. And so to do this, it's incredibly simple. If you did an archive reinstall, you should have tons of room for this. You just literally come over here, go to synth presets, select them all, drag them in. That's it. And that should do it. If you have any other questions or I missed anything, just leave a comment, or you can write me at Patch Foundry and I'll help you. Thank you so much for being supportive of me over the last couple of years, and hope that you enjoy the update.